All right, I hope everyone can hear me. Welcome to our third Aboriginal Tourism Product Awareness Program, or short ATPAP. My name is Miriam. I'm the Distribution Coordinator here at Tourism NT. And before we start, I want to respectfully acknowledge and honor the Aboriginal people of the Northern Territory and recognize the continuation of culture, connections to land, water, and country. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. A big welcome to our third ATPAP webinar. Can you believe it? As always, we're excited to promote Aboriginal tourism products and businesses from the Northern Territory to you guys, the travel trade. It's already the second last webinar before we draw the lucky winners for our ATPAP incentive mill. I'm very happy to report that the itinerary is in the process of being confirmed and it shapes up really nicely. I will give a short overview at the end of the webinar. I'm very excited to focus in this webinar session on Arnhem Land. It's such an untouched region, and we have 3 companies today who operate in this area. Before we get stuck into it, just a quick word on housekeeping. First of all, if you haven't done it yet, please mute yourselves and switch off your cameras. At the end of each of our operator presentations, we will have a Q&A where you can ask questions either through the chat or live. I will also record this session. I've just done it now. I managed to do it. And we will upload the recording to the trade website. I will send an email out to all ATPAP members after the session with a link to the recording and to a short questionnaire about the webinar. If you want to be eligible to go into the lucky draw and win a spot on the ATPAP FIML in June this year, you will need to watch all 4 webinar sessions and live or recorded, and answer a few questions relating to each webinar. For anyone attending the live webinar session, you're in the run to be the lucky winner of one of our fabulous Bush Balm gift boxes that we're giving away after each session. So good luck, you might win today. All right, enough with the admin. Just first up, I'd quickly remind everyone of the core mission of this program. To put it simply, our mission is to promote and support the growth of Aboriginal tourism industry in the Northern Territory by educating and empowering the travel trade to include diverse Aboriginal businesses and experiences in their sales offerings. By working together, we aim to increase visitation to the Northern Territory, showcase the rich cultural heritage of the region, and create sustainable economic opportunities for Aboriginal communities. Right, given the fact that Arnhem Land is so remote and so untouched, I just quickly wanted to walk you through the region to point out where today's presenters are based. I've marked each operator's location in yellow on the map. Arnhem Land is a huge rugged area in the far northeast of Australia's Northern Territory with rocky escarpments, rivers, waterfalls, gorges, beautiful beaches and islands. It is so untouched and 100% worth a visit. It's home of the Yolngu people, the traditional owners, and the birthplace of the didgeridoo, just in case you didn't know. As you can see on the map, Darwin is on the very far left, and it's where Airnorth, our first presenter today, is based. On the far right of the map, you'll spot Groote Eylandt Lodge, about an hour's flight from Darwin. Just north of Groote Eylandt is Nhulunbuy, the main town in East Arnhem Land, situated on the Gove Peninsula. The main airport is Gove, also about an hour's flight from Darwin. Injalak Arts and Crafts Centre is in Gunbalanya or Oenpelli, close to the border of Kakadu National Park. To put it in perspective, Jabiru, the main town in Kakadu, is about an hour's drive from Gunbalanya in West Arnhem Land, so it's quite easy to reach from here. And this is just to give you a very quick overview of the region we're talking about today, so you're orientated. And with this, I would like to introduce today's presenters. I'm excited to have 3 fantastic operators from Darwin and Arnhem Land on our webinar today. A big welcome to Kathy Cash from Airnorth, a true born and bred NT company and the second longest running airline after Qantas. Meanwhile, Airnorth is not Aboriginal owned. The airline plays a significant role in connecting Aboriginal land with the rest of the NT and the other Australian states. And then we have Gihan from Groote Eylandt Lodge, a remote eco-friendly retreat located on Groote Eylandt off the coast of East Arnhem Land. And last but certainly not least, I'm excited to have Tim from Injalak Arts and Craft Aboriginal Corporation here today. And then without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing and hand over to Kathy. Right. You're on mute, Kathy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, perfect.
Good. Okay, today I've got two of my offsiders. I've got Cecilia and Nadesh, if you want to just say hello. You might see them as though they're flashing in and out. They're definitely not 3D people. They're actually human beings sitting right beside me. So we're going to share a little bit about what Airnorth does. I'm just going to share my screen. Coming up slowly.
Yep. All good. Yeah, it's coming up. Have you shared the sound, Kathy?
They shouldn't have gone off, actually. That should have stayed on.
Perfect.
I'm just trying to, there we go. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yep, we can. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, as Miriam has already said, Airnorth has been around a very, very long time. It's 47 years. Typically in the top end of Australia, which is, sorry. Can you hear me, Miriam? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, Kathy, it's all good. It was just, yeah, you can just continue.
All right, so, okay, so typically of the top end, we've been around serving for, like I said, 47 years. I've actually been with Airnorth for 23 years and very proud of being an employee of Airnorth. We employ on an average of about 250 staff between here and our second hub, which is in Perth, which was very new as of last year. You can see here that we're operating 220 scheduled departures weekly, and a percentage of that is always to the Arnhem Land, which is our communities, and we do this in a particular aircraft, which I'll show you shortly. If you don't know much about Airnorth, we have grown significantly within the last few years, and I'll explain why as we go through. This is our E120. For those that don't know much about our aircrafts, they're all made in Brazil. They're all the same. This is what we call our little baby, and it goes out to the Arnhem Land communities. It does all west and east and also the central of Australia. The 30 seats, as you can see, the 2x1, which is a great aspect of these aircrafts because we don't have to fight over those middle seats. They do have the two pilots, the co-pilot and the FO and the captains, and one cabin crew. Very comfortable, even though they look small and they're propellant, they are very comfortable to fly. Most of our communities from Darwin take anything from about 40 minutes to an hour to get out to the islands. Our next aircraft I'm going to introduce is the E170, which does a little bit longer hauls, which go out to Groote Eylandt and some of our other destinations. Again, you'll see there's never any middle seats in these aircraft, so it's 2x2s. The beauty about selling our product is, one, you don't have that middle seat. How many of you all sort of hate that middle seat, especially on the aircraft that's crammed? You know, even I hate it, and I'm not a very big person, but I hate being in that middle seat because you don't know who's going to lean against you. Most of our, all of our aircrafts, they're built for luxury. They're very comfortable with leather blue seats in them. They don't have any entertainment, so we're not a low-cost carrier, but we're sort of that mid-range. But we don't do entertainment due to the fact that most of our destinations are anything from 20 minutes to a few hours. So within that time, you can, you normally have your own entertainment on. The next aircraft we've got, and Miriam, this is news to your ears.
Okay.
We're pleased to announce that we've no longer got any 94-seaters. We have changed it and swapped out all our E190s to 100-seaters. So this is where our father of the family. So it's 100 seats. Again, you'll see the 2x2s. Plenty of legroom, guys. The important thing about our aircrafts, our pitch on our seats are 32 inches. So someone that is 6'4" does not have to have their knees up around their ears. Okay, they can still stretch out. There's it's built for comfort. There's two lavatories on both. They're same as the bigger 737s, the same setup. Again, but only 2x2. So this addition, we've now got 5 of them, does all our western states and central Queensland and northern Queensland. This is our destination map. Now, we seem to change this from one year to the next. We swap out routes, get new routes, we move it around. But as you can see with the map, we are very more focused on this top end. And you'll see Groote Eylandt here, you'll see Gove, which is Nhulunbuy, Alco, Millingimby, Maningrida. Then you go around over this side to Queensland, and then you've got the west, and then we've got all the centre run. So we're coming down here, Katherine, Tennant through to Alice. The latest addition is where we're connecting this one now, from Perth to Alice or Cairns to Alice. Now that's a new route that we introduced about 2 weeks ago. It starts on the 14th of April, which is a route that has not been open for over a year. It's already proving to be a good seller, because to sell it, you can go from the reef to the rock. So it's a great transit there, and it's not very long in the travel. It's only about 2.5 hours. These ones are all done by the bigger jets. Okay, all these ones are around the West, Perth, Alice, Cairns, Groote Eylandt on certain days, and the rest are all in the smaller ones. Okay. To give you some idea of our schedule to Arnhem Land, you'll see that we fly most days, and that tells you that. And I don't know, Miriam, if we give out this presentation, but it'd be good to know what aircraft you're actually flying on and what days. But if you're all on the GDSs, we've got all our flights are on Sabre, Galileo, or Amadeus, so we're pretty well covered. Or you can jump on our internet. Okay, why sell out Arnhem Land? I love Arnhem Land. I like going out there for the culture, and I'm a big fishing person, so I love the fishing. Great barra fishing out there. But Arnhem Land is one of Australia's last true wilderness areas, offering exclusively culturally immersive and adventure-filled experiences for travellers. So there is so much to do, and if you want to learn a lot about the Indigenous culture, Arnhem Land is always the best area to learn and listen and be shown some of their culture. It's quite a big experience, and a lot of people, without knowing it, it is, it's something that you can put on your bucket list, because you probably never think of doing it again. So try and get out there. Key products and experiences. This is just a video I'm going to show you of just some of the areas that we're traveling to in the east and west. Now, there's plenty of fishing lodges out there, out this way, which is the Barramundi Lodge, the Coburg Coastal Camp. They all offer some of the world's best barramundi fishing. You can also do remote four-wheel driving safaris through vast savannas, coastal cliffs, floodplains provide stunning landscapes for photographers and nature lovers. As you can see, there's plenty of food. There's the Eco Lodge at Banu, which is on Bremner Island. This is untouched, stunning. This is, what you can offer some of your clients. Where does it keep going? And the culture, Arnhem Land is the heart of Aboriginal culture with ancient rock art, ceremonial sites, thriving Indigenous communities. Travellers can visit art centres where they can meet artists and purchase authentic Yolngu artwork. There's also tours at a guided experience with traditional owners. So there's just a few things that you can actually sell, as a package. We do quite a few of these packages with our local agents here. No, I don't want to do that again. Sorry, how do I go out of there? Oops. Sorry, I'm just going to go back.
That's all right.
That's not supposed to work that way. Let's go to this one. Okay, target travellers and selling tips. Were we here before? Have we done this? No. Okay, so ideal for high-end adventure seekers, as you can see, canoers, cultural travellers, fishing enthusiasts, and luxury wilderness explorers. Position Arnhem Land as a rare exclusive destination, one of Australia's last true frontiers. Now, Maria has already said that is a great frontier. Encourage you travel during the dry season, May to October, for the best weather and event opportunities. And we look forward to your customers choosing us as their travel companion, exploring new and exciting destinations across the Airnorth network. So just a couple of things, just to remind you again, it's great to get out there, try something different. There's accommodation in all of these places. Gihan will show you his accommodation. It's an amazing, amazing place overlooking some water, the ocean, great fishing. Gihan, I'm plugging you a little bit there, but try and take an opportunity. If travellers, your agents wish to go and see some of these, just give me a call. Miriam will give you my phone number. Give me a call and I'll do an agent rate for you to get to some of these destinations. You've got to see it to be able to sell it. Thanks, everybody.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Kathy. That was fantastic as always. Maria would like to know, are there places to snorkel and dive in Arnhem Land? And I don't want to talk out of turn because we've got the pros here, but Arnhem Land is not for snorkeling and diving. We do have crocodiles along the coast, so it's not an alternative to the Great Barrier Reef in that sense. And I hope you can agree with that.
Correct. If you want to take your life in your hands, go for it. But yeah, it's probably something I wouldn't do. Not in the Arnhem area, but there's plenty of other things you can do.
Yeah, as Kathy mentioned, it's fantastic for fishing. It's very popular with passionate fishers. So if you have anyone interested in barra fishing or any of that kind, there's some beautiful lodges out there. Otherwise, you can go canoeing. You can surely dip your toes in the sea, but I wouldn't go for snorkeling or diving. So it's not the same as the Great Barrier Reef. All right. Thank you. If you still have questions, we can still answer a few later. That's not a problem. Otherwise, I will give over to Gihan from Groote Eylandt Lodge. Are you with us, Gihan?
Yes, I'm still here. How's it going?
Fabulous.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Can you see my screen, Maria?
Yes. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Thanks, Kathy, for the introduction of the lodge as well. Good morning, everyone. It's Gihan. I'm from the Groote Eylandt Lodge. I've been here with the company over 13 years now. The Groote Eylandt Lodge itself is 16 years old. So we are proud part of Groote Eylandt Bickerton Island Enterprise, GB, Aboriginal Corporation, a non-for-profit Aboriginal corporation, help traditional owners of Groote Eylandt and Bickerton Island to improve their social well-being. So I just want to show this next slide here. All right, so the lodge is located in a 25 hectares of pristine beachfront bed, luxury, local heritage land. It's stunning view every day, top-notch comfort, and it's perfect adventurous place for relaxation, adventure, and a touch of culture. So we got a large, spacious reception area, a stylish restaurant, a big swimming pool with a waterfall, and tropical gardens surrounded the lodge. Show the next slide here. As Kathy explained already, our destination, how to get here. So it's about 90 minutes flight on a Embraer 120 from Darwin. There are other charter operators as well to get to Groote. Can get a bit longer. There's one more option from Cairns. It's only a private booking accepted. It's only 1.5 hours as well. So basically 95% we use Airnorth, and Kathy's always giving us the best rates. Thanks for that. I'll show you a bit of our accommodation. We got 72 waterfront rooms. So you can see we got the most common corporate travelers use the Gulf View suites. We got 34 of them, which include 2 disability rooms as well. We're proud sponsor of MJD Foundation. We provide a complimentary room throughout the year. Next in the line is deluxe bungalows. We got nice spacious rooms again. This one's ideal for couples and families. We got separate lounge areas as well. Third, which is a higher category, we have executive spa bungalows, of course, with the word explains. It comes with a spa, beautiful brand new spas, and modern looking rooms. We basically, for the travel agents' purpose, when we sell fishing packages, we allocate our top-end client, top-notch clients on these rooms. They have the bit more spacious and comfort. Part of the 72 rooms, we got an area called Makata rooms, which used to be ET's fishing lodge back in when the lodge was opened in 2008. So we converted them to modern rooms now. There's 12 huts there, all air-conditioned ensuite rooms. And there are twin share options as well with these rooms. Go to the next slide, which is our on-site restaurant and the bar. We have a few licensed places on the island, 3rd licensed place on the island. We are under a strict liquor management plan. Of course, guests can enjoy a nice beverage without any permits and stuff while they're staying. So Seagull Restaurant, we open from 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. That's where our license allow us to do. And yeah, we do have beautiful cuisines. We got Australian and Asian cuisine, bit of a mix, with breakfast buffets to dinner buffets to a la carte meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well. And we do have special package options for contractor market too, packed lunches and stuff. And those clients can come to the restaurant at 4 a.m. And we've got a beautiful poolside bar. We serve refreshing drinks and cocktails for the clients. Of course, clients can allow to take a certain amount of drinks back to their guest rooms as well. Next one on the slide is our function rooms. We got 2 main function rooms, our biggest one being Barra, and Makata room is our small function room. They're ideal for small meetings, and it's stunning views as always. We do host cocktail functions and private dinner functions as well for these ones. And Barra function room can get up to 100 people. mainly cater land council meetings in here. Easily can fit 100 people in a buffet style presentation sort of area. This all can be booked via the reservation teams, on a phone call or a quick email. All right, and then we do offer corporate retreats and incentive packages as well. Part of coming for a conference, there's ideal package sample are displayed here. If you're ideally coming for a 4-day conference, we can include 1-day sports fishing, and we can team up with the Airnorth and book your accommodation and flights, the whole lot as a package, which of course include breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the meeting rooms, the morning teas, and working lunches, and all the transfers on Groote. And of course, nearby we got a golf course as well. Clients can have a break and have a game of golf while they're here, and all can be arranged through the lodge. Next one is just a bit of an idea of when we're having meetings, what sort of food we are offering. So we got day delegate packages, audio visual equipment hires. We do cater morning tea, afternoon tea, hot items or cold items. Got a range of options. The lodge. Next and most important one is the Groote Island fishing, which is a fantastic place for fishing. We do advertise for barra fishing as well, but more focus on the blue water fishing areas. There are plenty of spaces, places for untouched water. Ideal clients, I got clients from Sydney, South, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Perth. They're all coming for 5 nights minimum, 4-day fishing, which can, it's a vast area. Sometimes can take up to 70 to 80 kilometers one way, northeastern side. So, yeah, need plenty of space, plenty of time to spend here. Every day we leave around 6 in the morning, come back by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We pick up from the lodge buses, and we cook your catch as well. It's an amazing spot to fish. Next slide is our Groote Explorer tour. That's our new addition to the family, the new bus. That's a 10-seater with a driver, and it can go on the 4-wheel drive as well. So we offer a Groote Explorer tour, part of this package. We pass through the historic Mission Church, to a market garden, to a CDP office, which part of the GB group. Beautiful cave paintings. Stop at the top river crossing where we have lunch, and we visit local shops such as Bush Medicina and Geet offices and stuff as well. And there's another spot we go to, naked pools, Millennium Airport, and Umbercumbe, as I haven't mentioned. Yeah, it's another community by the sea, and it's about 40 minutes from the airport. Yeah, so if you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask after the presentation. I'm going to show you a quick video of we presented about 2 years ago. So please feel free to have a look. It's played now. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Miriam. If you have any questions, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Gihan. Sorry, I didn't want to disturb your presentation. There was no
That's okay.
sound, but we could see all the beautiful videos. I would love to come. It looks amazing. We did get a couple of questions, starting maybe with children. Do you get a lot of children, or is this more like an adults-only place?
No, we do get children. We do get a lot of families come through, especially June, with the school holidays time. And yes, we do organize. We got room types, so we got twin share rooms. We can get up to 3, family of 3. And I got a new spa house which I haven't published as an internal booking. It has a 3-bedroom in there, so we can cater large families. So yeah, we do get a lot of families as well.
Okay, perfect. And then we had another question.
Sure.
If PAX gets a hole in one, does the lodge give them anything?
Sorry, what?
If someone hits a hole in one,
yep,
does the lodge give them anything?
Absolutely, we can organize that.
Perfect. Awesome.
Definitely.
This was all. Lots of thank yous and beautiful beach to swim, but not with the Crocs. So so everyone appreciates it. Thank you so much, Gihan.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
Perfect. All right. And then I will hand over to Tim from Injalak. Tim, where do we have you? There we are.
I've appeared. That's good. You can all see me?
No.
So my name is Tim Munnett. I'm the Chief Executive of Injalak Arts. I'm just trying to load the presentation as I talk. So Injalak is an arts centre, but is also a place for tourism. We also house people here. We're also a bit of a heart for our community. And we're based in Gumbalanya. And the good thing about Gumbalanya is that we are technically very remote, particularly at this time of year when we're cut off by the full of crocodiles from the main road network. And we're accessible by 15-minute flights to Jabiru. But come April/May through to September, we are accessible through the road system, tarmac up to the iconic Cahill's Crossing, and then we're about 15 minutes beyond there, an extraordinary quality, beautiful road. So we are right on the Darwin side, West Arnhem, and as I said, about 45 minutes from, just trying to sort this presentation out here. Yeah, 45 minutes from Jabiru. So our art centre, our main function is to host artists who live in the local community and produce art, which we do very high quality art, very traditional art. You'll see at the end, you can see behind me now, I'm actually sitting in the gallery where we promote all our work. So we're supported by the federal government, supported by the territory government, work with the TOs and work in the arts community as well. So our location, Gumbalanya is a community of about 1,200 people. It's also called Owen Pelly. We have an airstrip just about 10 minutes drive from our centre where I am now. We have a billabong, which you see in the picture in the middle there, which contains large crocodile, which I can see every morning from my balcony when I have my porridge for breakfast. And then beyond there is the hill that I'll talk about in a moment. To come to our community, you need a permit. That's a pretty automatic online system, and tourism operators seem to be able to work it well. We have at least 4 charter airlines, Kakadu, Gumbalanya, Hardy's, Charter. Someone's saying they can't see the presentation.
I can see it, Tim. I don't know if that's a general problem, but I feel like this might be to do with someone's connection because I can see it.
I can see it as well.
Yeah, I can see it as well.
Yeah. So sorry, Maria. I think that's on your side.
I can.
So
if you message me, I've got my at the end, then I can always flick you a copy.
Yeah.
If that's helpful.
I'm also happy to have everyone's presentation if you feel comfortable and send it out as a PDF in case people need it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You go on. I feel like it's showing perfectly fine on most people's end.
Very good. So I'd summarize us as being a community of artists, which dates back thousands of years. Currently, of the 700 adults in our community, 150 are registered as artists, and I'll show you in a moment some of the work that they do. But the offer to tourists is to be really part of that experience. So the Injalak Arts and Culture Centre, we have an old building, we have a new building. The old building is, I'm surprised it's still standing, but it's loved by the community. It's stuffed with art. It expresses all the values of a community like this. And then opposite us, there is the hill. So my mate Sean there is standing with one of his works, and the hill is at the back. The hill is a world-class centre for rock art, and we can facilitate trips to the hill, which is obviously crucial. We provide guides. We've negotiated with the TO, so 3 times a day we can get groups to go up the hill. That's about a 2-hour experience. And on the hill, it's a combination of seeing extraordinary rock art, generally in shelter areas, so you can imagine that people were staying there in the past days. We then take you to a point where you can see a wonderful vista of the whole area. We're in the stone country, which is very iconic and very beautiful scenery. So the hill is fundamental. We can take 3 trips, so up to 10 people a day up the hill, and I would say that's a developing part of our work. Then on site, apart from pottery, we provide virtually every art experience, and by that I mean that the tourists can either come and have a guide who will tell you about the painting or tell you about the fibre or whatever, and it is possible to do hands-on experiences just about wherever you go in our with a bit of notice beforehand. So we have the painting that is on both paper and bark. We have the weaving. So painting is generally done by men. The weaving is done by the women, the Dalek, and that would be earrings. National Museum of Australia say that our earrings are the best quality in the country. It's all pandanus that's collected. The dye produces a limited range of colours, bowls, earrings, and then, as you see in the centre of that picture, you can have wall-mounted, larger and smaller works. And then a new thing is paper making. The paper is made from local products, so it's from the grasses and from the clay and from the soils locally. It's another project, but it's based in here, and then in a fairly short period, we're able to actually get painting happening on the paper that's being made. And most of us couldn't really conceive of how paper is made, I suspect. And that they'll be able to show you around and explain how that happens. So then we have the screen printing. Our screen printing is, I think it's the largest screen printing workshop in the territory. It's 16 meters long, so we can do material up to 16 meters in length. And we've designed everything that is printed there. We can do material, which can be made into clothing, and it can be bought in 1, 2, 3 meter lengths in our shop here. We also produce T-shirts, and with a local project, we're producing bags and looking at some more. We're looking at, I like your comment, Maria, looking at some entering a local fashion show, because the quality of the designs is just extraordinary. Our gallery is where I'm sitting, where you saw at the beginning, and the gallery is normally where visitors come to at the end, and it really has a range of goods. I would say the cheapest is about $50, and it goes up a lot higher, but it's reasonably priced, and you'll get nothing made of this quality made here as cheaply as it will in our shop. And we have the local binning, so local Aboriginal people to show people around. New developments for this, we're just waiting to hear about funding for a cafe, the first ever cafe in Gumbalanya, because the travel here, if you came all the way by land from Darwin, would be about 3.25 hours. And normally by the time people get here, they're wanting to rest. And we have a cafe space overlooking the Billabong and the hill. And then the other thing is that for those who would find the hill too rough or too much exertion, there are local rock art sites pretty near to our centre which are easily accessible. So we're working on those options at the moment. And lastly, if you go on our website, and that's just injalak.com, injalak.com, that gives you really the full range of what we do, the full range of artwork. You can book a tour on the hill through there, and you can also arrange a time to talk to myself or our operations manager in order to arrange what you'd like to do with us. But we're very welcoming of tourists in that we're quite an unusual art centre, but come April, May, we'll get a series of tour buses through most days in the week. So we are aiming to make ourselves even more welcoming than we have been and introduce more people to this extraordinary world. Thank you.
Fabulous, Tim. Thank you so much. The question is here, what's the closest accommodation? I would think it's probably in Jabiru. I don't know if there's any accommodation.
There's that Hawk Dreaming, which I think is nearer to Cahills, but otherwise it would be Jabiru, and that would be about 35 minutes.
Yeah, Kakadu Cultural Tours, but you book it basically as a package, so it's not like you wander in for a night.
I mean, there is some accommodation in community, and if it was a one-off, we can certainly look at whether it's possible for people to stay there. There's about 5 lots of accommodation run by different providers in community here as well.
Yeah. I think from a proper hotel point of view, you would probably best stay in Jabiru. Yeah. And then as Tim said, it's about a 45-minute drive to get to the center to do the tours. We also had a question, I don't know if you know, Tim, but is it okay to bring the artwork back to New Zealand in terms of customs?
Oh yeah, well I came to Darwin 4 years ago from New Zealand, so I know that journey well. I think the only issue might be the fibre, but there are ways that we can treat it to make that a problem. Everything else is certainly the paintings are fine. The bark is both flattened and dried out over a period, so you'd probably need to check it when you're here with us. But there's certainly no ban on anything. It's just the risk that there might be something in there. So we do our best at this end. But there's certainly, we've taken gifts back every time we've been back to New Zealand, and never an issue.
Perfect. That's good news, because we have quite a few New Zealand agents on this webinar.
Very good.
Yeah.
We're very Kiwi compatible. Very much so.
Fantastic. Just a question. You said there's quite a few tour buses coming through. Are you working with specific operators?
Yeah, 4 operators bring buses through. And I don't think anyone is daily. Only one comes from Darwin to here and back in a day, which is a long day. And that's where the cafe will prove to be very helpful. And then outback tours sort of finish up coming here before they go back onto the main paved roads. And there's a couple of other operators. And Kakadu Air are looking at flying people in, and then even over the wet season where we are at the moment, taking people by helicopter over to the hill, which is possible to do. The hill can be accessed all year round. It's the road to get there is flooded at the moment.
Yeah. And which operators do come on a regular basis from Darwin?
So it's Top End Tours. It's an offshoot of Kakadu Air. There's Outback Tourism, Kakadu Cultural Tourism. They all bring groups over here. So they're not full big tour buses. They're big groups.
Yeah,
of 8, 9, 10 people. But we get a lot of one-off requests to go up the hill or to open the centre right through the year. So we're very flexible to whatever operators want.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Tim. It was so great to have you on board for this. Sorry.
I'm very, very excited to do this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, one last question. Does AAT Kings also come, Tim?
They don't so far. They tend to operate bigger buses.
Yeah.
The road from here to the Cahills is 15 minutes, and it's generally pretty smooth. But we haven't heard of them coming here so far.
Yeah, makes
they
total
steadily go
sense.
to Ubir, which is, as the crow flies, only about 10 kilometers away. But it's just that last bit of the road.
Yeah, all good. Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So I'm just going to finish this session just with a little overview on basically our incentive funnel, because it's the first time we're actually sharing information about this. So I'm very excited. The FMIL is going to happen from Tuesday, 3rd of June to Monday, 9th of June, and it will be based in the Top End. We'll kick things off with 2 nights at the Hilton Darwin, where we enjoy a sunset cruise with Sea Darwin, Sea Tiwi, an Aboriginal-owned company. For those of you who watched last quarter's webinar, you'll remember Northern Territory Indigenous Tours. We'll spend a full day in Litchfield National Park with Tess, guiding us through the area, sharing insights on the traditional owner's way of life and the park's natural beauty. And then next we head to Kakadu National Park. On the way to Jabiru, we enjoy a cruise on the Corroboree Billabong to spot some crocs and other wildlife. For sunset, we'll take the stunning views and Aboriginal rock art in at Ubir. The following day, we travel to Tim, to Injalak Arts and Craft Centre, and take a tour up the hill. Afterwards, we head south to through Kakadu to Coenda Lodge, where we'll enjoy the Yellow Water Sunset Cruise. Following day, Kakadu Air will fly us into Davidson's Arnhem Land Safaris Eco Lodge in West Arnhem Land. We'll explore the remote landscape through guided tours, both by land and water, learning more about the traditional way of life. And our final night, Kakadu Air will fly us back to Darwin for the last night at the beautiful Mercure Darwin Airport Resort. So that's a pretty nice itinerary, I'd say, full of good experiences. If you're interested in joining this exclusive FMIL, once again, make sure you watched all 4 webinar sessions and you completed the 4 questionnaires. We'll be holding the prize draw shortly after the last webinar session in April 2025. That's not long to go. So make sure you finish everything. And with this, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We hope you enjoyed and benefited from this webinar session, and we hope to see you again next time for the last webinar for this financial year. And if you signed up to the program, you will automatically receive the invitation for the next webinar in your inbox closer to the time. After this session, I will send everyone a link to the recording, contacts of today's presenters, which you currently see on the screen, hopefully, and the questionnaire. I will also inform the winner of this quarter's Bush Farm gift box. And if you have any questions, you can get in touch with all our operators today directly. Also, a big thank you to all the presenters today. It was so great to have you on board, sharing the information about your fantastic products. I feel like everyone really enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you next time again. Have a fabulous day.
Thanks, Miriam. Once again, did well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.